Okay, so this is a Mr. Olympus Shen coaching. I forgot the first to record the first 5 minutes or something. Let's see what happens in here. They got it. Where do you go? Yeah, I'm gonna remove this camera. I'm gonna remove this camera because we cannot see the map from it. So let's see what you did.
Painful. Did I ping? Did I ping? I don't think I pinged. I didn't even ping. Fuck.
I mean, could you even kill? Morgana's Q is coming up, right? So yeah. The fact that you turned up, that was so weird. Wait, how did the Caitlyn die or the Morgana? I guess you kinda got lost a little bit in here, what can I say? So, how did the guy die though? Yeah, he just got caught in the... not much you could do about that. Okay, I mean there's not much to do, you could just get your reset and basically get your... No way we die here. No way we died here for being greedy. You know, like, I think in Diamond 1 people are smart enough, you know, to know that this is just a bait. Like, two things happen, either he is away or he just gonna hold maximum distance, you know. Like, the only time this low HP Pyke would fight you when there is someone to cover, you know. That's why he was baiting. So this is not like a really bad play from him, this is rather a bait, you know. I think that's the idea, because I don't think so in Diamond 1 people are that bad to just kill themselves, you know. So that's something that like hard baited you, you know. And yeah, like I wouldn't bother, you know, because I feel like people are just smart enough, so I wouldn't actually bother at all. You should just like get your B off, you know, get your items at this point. Don't even over Jayce, because Jayce gonna take your plates. Then you can get your Bummy Cinder, then you can get your boots. Because now it kinda sucks to die even if you have TP, because you're gonna get like some plates and you're gonna lose some CS, so... Bot lane probably not TPable, right? Not really. So now there is not much to TP on here, because at max we're gonna TP for one wave. But that's something I would actually TP for, right? Because there isn't anything better. Just like we keep the TP for nothing. So can you last it all of these? At most. So there's like a way to position with Bummy Cinder, you know. You can like perfectly last it everything, but you went through the whole wave. So you lost like 2 CS for no reason. So look, you basic attack and you need to like Q this one, you know. Then you need to Q this one and then you will be able to last it, you know. There's like a specific way to last it with Bummy Cinder, you know. But you don't wanna like get on top of these minions, you know. Like, you need to position in a way with Bummy Cinder so you sort of like don't kill your own minions, so you get to last it, you know. So you like disposition in between every tower shot, you know, depending on if you need to or not with Bummy Cinder. You don't really like to wiggle at all, you know. So, I guess he thought he did, you know. Again, not much to say. Even in he didn't really work too much into the Kha'Zix, so he could be possibly topside, because you see, as you want to shove into the guy, often what you want to do, you could just simply bounce a ward, you know. You don't even have to like face check it if Kha'Zix could be there, you know, because we cannot really beat this DP lane without warding. Right, so that's like something like if Kha'Zix shows up, then we are kind of just coin flipping and hoping Kha'Zix won't pull up, you know. Because one of the choices would be probably Drake. Alternative to that would be just like simply ganking top, you know. It's not necessary for him to just like get the Drake yet, you know. So like, just right now I would fight the Jayce, you know, when Kha'Zix was revealed he was mid lane. And you did it before he was revealed. So it just feels like it was a good all-in, but it wasn't really a conscious choice, you know, to do that, you know. Okay. And here we kinda lack the communication as well, because we could just dive this guy, you know, with the help of our jungle. Is he again too low HP? Holy. So you left the ward in here because you saw Kha'Zix patting upwards. Okay. So your flash is up again, so you could ping your flash for a possible flash down. In fact, in here you could man communicate it out. I never seen this guy warding this area. This area doesn't matter if you warded it before, so you need to like type really quick, no wards. I can FE. You know, you can really quickly type it down, you know. No wards, I can EF. Something like that, you know, and I think Sylas will get the signal, so in here he shouldn't even do this Grom. The thing is, there's not much better to do than just to communicate with the jungle. Like, you don't have ult up, you can't really kill him yet. So sometimes you just fall off to communication, you know, and that's what you want to do. Cause funny enough, even in Diamond 1, often junglers play with locked camera, or they just don't notice type of opportunities of you could like E-flash the enemy top laner, you know, so they don't really calculate the flash into their ganking potential. Why didn't you see him there?
I was waiting.
I think you waited a bit long.
Yeah, too long.
I think you waited a bit too much, honestly. You still can E-flash him, or what do we do? Do we just flash him, or... It took you too much, yeah. I think you just held to that down to next game, you know. That's the problem there. Because I think you weren't observing Sylas. Maybe you thought this is a 1v1 scenario, you weren't looking at the Sylas, but that was like a clear tone to me.
Yeah, I think I was not looking at Sylas.
I mean, that's the thing, you gotta play with junglers, you know, with Shen. Like, often you're gonna just play with junglers and that's all, you know. Like, you're not really the best possible duelist with Shen, but you have a gank setup, you know. So, like, in here you had already a like, look where Sylas was. Let's speed up a tiny bit and slow it down after. So look at Sylas's positioning. You care about Sylas as well, not only about what Jayce does, you know. So Sylas blast cones, and maybe you thought he's on the other side of the wall, I don't know, what did you think of. But basically in here he's already on your radar. And now, even now you saw Sylas, you know, so if you just simply connect your taunt, you should be likely dead, you know. Because, remember, he already used his abilities, so all he has is basic attacks, you know. And even if you have some missing HP, you will have your shield up, he can't kill you. Like, realistically, he cannot kill you. In fact, like, you should bet E in here even if the Sylas is not here. Because this doesn't look like a bad trade for you before he is you know. You could even, like, theoretically E in his Q midair, so his Q doesn't deal damage to you and doesn't, like, slows you. But that's something that takes more skill, that sort of you have to predict, you know, when he Qs you. Then he wouldn't even get damage value on you, you know.
And do we taunt him when I E mid-air?
Yeah, so like for example when he Q jumps on you, you should E him, you know. So he doesn't get stunned. Yeah.
And then he gets taunted.
Yeah, so he gets taunted as well. Cause it's like Ornn, you know, like you can like just jump like through his E, you know, so he doesn't knocks you up. So when he Qs you need to E that. Because more than often they will E if they get an all-in angle. Or you could then ward the bush as well, so you get like a... Oh, you don't have a ward? Okay. Even in here you could flash E, honestly, no?
Ah, yeah. I didn't want to waste flash.
I mean, there's nothing else, I don't think. Like, at max you're gonna get 1 kill usually, you know? Anything else than like 1 kill is usually just... like a bonus, you know? But it's not something you should play for, because it's like you won't, like... People often in Diamond 1+ won't just line up for you all 3 of them, so your whole team gets to all in them, you know, like 1 kill is just like enough, you know. I don't think so there's like better you can hold for your flash for, you know. So now it kinda sucks because Kha'Zix showed up and he could kill us. Do they kill us right now? Oh, I think your hesitation kinda did it. Do you have your E still? You could ban the Kha'Zix. I thought you either way actually. Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know, like you keep holding that E for the next game. Why don't you just eat the Kha'Zix?
Should I taunt in?
This guy does not have too much mana. Oof.
Yeah.
It kinda sucks because he doesn't have too much mana. So he can either W or E. Is he...
I was saving for the escape.
I guess you don't have your empowered Q then, Yeah, the only problem sucks that the guy had no mana, you know.
Yeah.
Because he can't really get the combo off right now, Oh. Yeah, I think you should ban E out then earlier. Like the only reason, yeah, like you need to E out because the guy had no mana, you know. Yeah, that's fine. Like in that case, I would just E out because, yeah, I think you hold too much into toesies, like. At least the guy picked up something, so. So now we are alive again. Where are you? I don't see your champion. Oh, you're here. So now what you should watch out for? You will kill? Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Nice.
So you got like a pick opportunity there. So now what you should generally do, you can even ask Ari to shove, right? Because you're kind of slow at shoving. And now your next objective should be, rather than going top lane, it's waste of time because the guy has TP, you know. What I would do right now is just ping my jungler to get this Herald down before Kha'Zix arrives, you know. That should be your plan, because this guy will just TP the tower and you will waste your time just walking there, you know. Like, I never remember Jayce using TP before, right? I don't think so. Yeah, he didn't. So, options are most likely, like, even roaming mid is kinda useless, because now that she has like a shroud and ult and he's just like so ungankable, this champion, you know.
Yeah.
That champion is just so ungankable. Do we just like get the scuttle or... I'm on the scuttle. Oh, we get the scuttle, okay. But I think you took a long route for nothing, you know. Like, we didn't even want anything, you know, we just took a long route for nothing. We could just like, just go to the scuttle if that's what you want, you know. I feel like this might be one of those matchups where you could actually just rush Deadman's plate as well, no? If I think about it, have you ever tried to rush Deadman's plate against champions like Jayce? That would be one of the options. The other thing is you need to make sure to basic attack a minion, so you get a grass proc off, you know, when you E him. Otherwise your all-ins are way weaker. Oh, that was a good... Oh, it misses.
Look at them. Oh.
Holy. Yeah, it's something you're not really allowed to miss because he punishes really fucking hard, huh? Oh. Yeah, now he kinda kills, you know? Almost got it. That's unlucky. Now what you need to do, you need to E-flash him, and that's the only way you kill him under tower, or you can do that too.
It was Eclipse.
Damn.
Eclipse.
Yeah, so it's unfortunate. I mean, from... You see, like, PTA would kill him already, you know, because he would get 3 PTA procs so far, if you count it. And it's better when you will down on people, you know, because Grasp is never ready, so it's just always better.
Okay.
Yeah, because these are squishes as well, so the PTA is insane into them with the help of your team comp. Yep. Because I think there were scenarios where he just survived, you know. Yeah, that's what it gives off. I would just like straight up go to his Herald, because they could be like a Kha'Zix around. It's just better for you than just like soak some XP, you know? It's something that has to be secured. If Kha'Zix shows up, there might be a fight with Sylas, and killing Kha'Zix there is really big, because then again, if he secures Herald, he maybe kill Kha'Zix, or if he walks away, depends. He gonna get an alternative objectives to that, but I would just generally walk there, you know, because we don't have ultimate. Because in there is nothing we can do. Like, okay, we walked here, we don't do actually anything. At max we're gonna get like 1 million or something, but somewhat, you know, like a more consistent Herald is better than just getting minions, you know. I think in here you're delaying way too much your, like, do we want to get Bulldam boots? They have like 4 AD, so plated is really good, right? Yeah, probably wanna get plated then. Oh, you're not trying to fight him, you know. Problem is at this point he kinda outscales you, you know. Even if you hit your E, he has a shield, you know, so it's like you cannot deal with that at this point, you know. Then he gonna heal off minions, even if you get like some damage on him, so it's not really gonna be worth for you, honestly. Like, you don't wanna force anything, like any trades, even if you have your E up. It's just he's too ahead, but now we get a good E on him because you need to be careful, cause he may gonna kill you, so you need to sidestep a bit more around his Q if it was up. So he tries to escape, but it he almost died there. Now we just recall. What do you do? We just look to what it needed, but probably it's not, right? Oh. Okay, so you picked him up, so you're not really needed. So you keep shoving in here. I saw Akali, but she's not coming really towards us. I mean, in here you could even get a demolish on the tower and get one plate, because you already know how we don't have demolish, okay? So you don't want to get shield bash against range champs either, you know? Because you're not gonna get too many shield bashes, you know?
Yeah, you're right, yeah.
If you think about it. Okay, so you're pinging to fight or something. So you see something in here. Ooh. Could you do something better in here? The guy has to stopwatch, I mean a Zanye. What if you ulted earlier in here? Would that do something? Ooh. I mean, Kha'Zix will just walk away possibly, no? Then we kinda waste our ultimate. I think just the Morgana got caught, honestly. Yeah, cause until, like, even if you would, I don't know, I don't think so you could save her, honestly. Kate was out of position. Maybe actually. You could actually kill him if you had PTA. With Grasp, I'm not sure if you have enough damage. But yeah, I would like them preemptively, like, with the guy. It just Caitlyn didn't position, which made it really weird, but in here I think you should have been, like, preemptively ult when you saw the Kha'Zix before he Zanye's, cause after you can't, you know? That would be the play, and you either save her life, which is great, or maybe kill Kha'Zix if you get to do so, you know. Did you just eat the pike or? Oh, you missed! Oh, but he juked you again. So what happened in here? So you ult the guy, we tried to fix the Kha'Zix, but he didn't manage to. He manages to sidestep you, right? Oh, yeah, okay. So it's something you can hold more into, you know, and get a better angle with your E, you know. Until tier dashes is not up, you can just hold into it, you know. Usually it's better to hold and observe their movement and then go for it, you know. Because, like, if you're in a area where you can hold and go for a more accurate hit and just hold it, you know. You don't always have to rush to use it, you know. Like, for example, even in here you shouldn't overcommit. What you should do, you just tank until he gets his job done. So this was good that you tanked, you know. But what you should do, you should stay outer side of the tower, you know, so you can't get to walk out, you know. So in here you just tank, but you don't commit further on, you know. Because you got to remember he had no abilities from the last fight, you know. So we can't really dive him. He has an eclipse.
Thought we were going to fight him.
So what you should do, you just tank the tower and you E out, so he's saved, you know. So your point, like you did something correctly. You walked on the tower and you tanked the tower shots, so he gets to kill the Kai'Sa without getting killed, you know, from the tower. But then when he was here and he was escaping, you shouldn't go inner, you should ban E out, you know, so both of us escape. So your point is here not to further kill Jayce because we do not have abilities for him anymore and he's kinda tanky. What we should aim to do is just simply disengage, because the guy used all of his abilities, you know. He used his main abilities on the other guy. There's just not much damage, you know. We just can't really kill him right now, you know. he has also flash, so I guess he could maybe flash something as well, you know. So I wouldn't bother, because when he turns on his hammer form, he also gets like bonus resistances in general, you know. Not something you should bother with.
He gets resistance when he goes in hammer form?
Yeah, he gets like some armor MR.
Okay.
I can show it to you so you can see it. Look at all. So in here he just TP top if I'm correct. Yeah, he did TP. In here, look, he gets some armor and magic resist when he's in his hammer form. He's now in his hammer form, and now he's gonna turn range soon. See? He lost like 30 something armor, you know, and some MR. It's written on this ability. I think it's useless to rotate, honestly, no? Or? Yeah. It just feels like you need to move your camera more often and decide what do you want to do, you know? The question is, how are you supposed to collapse on them, you know? We can't really do much about this situation, you know, because even one ward would deny you, and the river is already warded, you know? So even if they're fighting, they could just walk downwards, you know, when you arrive. You just simply can't hard engage, you know. I mean, when you see this ward, you just give up on the play, because they get to kill Ahri and to disengage, you know. You just simply do not have that hard engaging ability like a Pantheon would have or something, you know. That teleport or something, you know. So again, what you should then aim to do is just probably like get some CS, maybe lay a ward down in here in case Kai'Sa and the Pi collapses on you, so before you get the tower you could have ward here or something, but it's like it's something that's useless to walk for, you know. Then here you just shove the wave. I think sometimes you shove improperly as well, so you should sit in between everything, you know, and not only the front minion should get burned by Bummy, you know. Because I've seen a lot of Shen players, they are only burning the first 3 minions and not the whole wave, you know. Because if you burn the whole wave, then these minions would die, or they would be like one basic attack if they get burnt enough.
I was not going in so I don't get caught.
I mean, yeah, in there you don't have to go in, because Akali can hurt really hard at this point as well. Actually just does hurt really hard. I mean, here you don't have to, because the whole map was missing, so not much you could do about that. You don't have boots finished yet, So usually I like to get like cooldown boots as fast as possible to carry games. That's what I did. Like most of the games I went for cooldown boots. This game plated steel caps is really good though. Even in this type of games I would go cooldown boots if you feel like you can carry. If you don't, you can go plated as well. Like I almost all the time went plated, because people were perma fighting, which again happens in your own games as well. So having that ult up more frequently matters, you know. But in this game I would probably go plated just because how heavy AD they are, you know. But depends like how well your teammates play. Like if they play super well, I would just go Ionian. And that's about it, you know. Okay, so you're dead again. So now we got your Radiant Virtue, so now we can heal to some degree. The problem is they're kind of one-shotting, so it's like your team is not durable enough, you know, to get enough like healing off your item, you know, before they die. Then you're not tanky enough either from this one, so I would just either go Jack Show, probably like Jack Show if you're this behind, you know. That would be your build, you know. And your team is trying to force a Drake, I suppose, but it's kind of hard when you're this bad, right? You guys are trying to go for some type of place. Oh, need a little bit too early, huh? Like until people have still a speed up ability, they will be always out of range, you know, till you arrive with your dash. Okay. Yeah, not much going on in here, you're just like CSing. This is like the point of the game where it's like kinda doomed, you know. This is where it just sucks to be you, so usually like you wanna play out the 15 minutes of the game better as Shen, you know. So that's like the main thing. Like I suppose like something like 10 minutes of the games are really important for you to do shit, you know, some maybe like even 20. But if you don't have like a huge lead as Shen with your team, then it just kinda sucks to be you. Then mainly you still can be used as a utility tool because you have some utility in your kit. So you basically just play for your team, because even a Kai'Sa, you cannot actually 1v1 a Kai'Sa anymore, you know. Yes, actually can't. That's how strong she is right now. Did we get something done or? The thing is, this is a bit bad, but but he got. Okay, he got sniped. Your team was a bit out of position, but somehow he got caught. So, Eureka was a bit greedy as well, if I think about it, you know. Yeah, Eureka was a little bit greedy there, you know. Because don't they just see you off minions? Yeah. Like don't they just like see you, even if it's not water, I think they just see you. So what happens in here? So we are dead still. We are looking for an ult or a TP. They save the tower. I think you could ban ult the Sylas and fight, no? Oh wait, you're here. Oh, the animation didn't show, I think. Oh wait, no, you walked here, okay. Oh, you actually walked here, but I think you could ban ult aggressively, you know? Look. In here, when your teammates went in the bush, I don't know if they had vision or not, but if they didn't, then you could go for a hidden ultimate, you know? And collapse on them, because they don't... I don't know if it's warded or not, because... Morgana didn't really de-ward, but... Oh, now it's warded, I think it wouldn't matter too much, because right now Sylas is in a position to engage due to his mobility from his item, so I would ult him just so he gets the confidence. He walks forwards, of course, as he comes up in like 3 seconds, then we could get the fight done, you know. Akali is dead, this guy is too low, so I think just to give... Oh, but you're already here, huh? I think in here I would still ult him, you know.
Okay.
Even into range I would ult him, because as long as they see, like they will see you, because there is a ward, you know, so they will turn away. So then I think in here he should ban ult him just so he gets his confidence and we fight. Does he have Zanye or? Oh he has no Zanye yet. I think it still would be fine, honestly. Okay.
Holy shit.
No, I guess everybody just gets shit stomped at this point. Huh? This is like the most value you got out of your grasp, you know, through laning phase. You got 13 procs in like 20 minutes, you know, plus shield bash, so you can see it with your eyes. They weren't really efficient runes, you know. Same as like cheap shot. I think he had cheap shot, but that's kind of sucks as well into range, you know. It just kind of like don't get enough procs out of that as well to validate it. Is there any point to still watch this replay? Because I think we got the main parts in here. The game just goes on. Let's see if there is anything else to look at. Like in here, what do? We just kinda like shouldn't really walk mid lane. They're already soaking the XP and gold. What you should do is just go bot and pick up this wave. So you have your ultimate 2 position for a possible Baron, you know. then you know, like for example for a Caitlyn it's a bit less safe to position this aggressively because the Kha'Zix could collapse on him, so usually as a tank it's better to go to the side lane. As if I guess he kinda kills you as well. As well as this guy is. But the general idea is like an AD carry usually doesn't really want to go to the side lane. But now the wave is pushing, so it should be okay. But usually you should pick up this type of CSs, you know. Because like it's less likely that you will die to a Talon, you know, than a Kate, you know. Okay. I hear nothing out of this item.
Fuck!
I actually don't know.
Don't watch.
Actually I don't know, because like with Shen you lose like 3 seconds out of it. So you kinda lose 1 proc when you ult, you know? If you're not around your team. So you only gonna get like 2 procs of this Radiant Virtue.
No, it procs when you come out of ultimate.
Does it work there? Okay. I remember it broke for me when I ulted, but I don't know. Maybe... I mean if it works that way then it should be better than I thought. Pretty much we got him, right? Like, I think we got the main parts out of this replay. We can watch another one as well if you like. I think we got like the main things out of this.
Let me go to the toilet.
Okay.
Real quick.
Okay. I gotta go to the toilet as well.
Kosár után jöhet egy társas. Most minden 4 személyes kosárhoz Kentucky Duo játékot adunk ajánlóba. Az ebrimicin egyedülálló kombinációban tartalmaz antibiotikumot és helyi érzéstelenítőt, hogy gondtalanul élhess meg a fontos pillanatokat. Ebrimicin, ha szebb szeretnél. A kockázatokról és mellékhatásokról olvas el a tájékoztatón vagy kérdezenek kezelőorvos átügyszerészét. Díjmentes szállítása megjelölt televíziókra csak Eurolix.hu-ben áruházunkból. Vásárolj 139 centis TCL Smart TV-t díjmentes szállítással most 239.900 forintért. Eurolix, képek sok szeretettel. Új Flora Flat Botanitek. 100% természetes eredetű tisztító összetevő és fertőtlenítő anyag kombinációja. Elpusztítja a vírusok és baktériumok 99,9%-át klór nélkül. Új Flora Flat Botanitek termékcsalád pH-semleges formulája. Mert a rossz baktériumokkal együtt sok jóval is elbánik. A Norma Fleur probiotikum helyreállítja a bélflórát egyensúlyát. Így van veled a védelem. Antibiotikum mellé probiotikum a boldog pocakért. Keresse az akciós Norma Fleur gyógyszereket a menü gyógyszereket online. A kockázatokról és a mellékhatásokról olvasd fel.
I'm back. I was faster. I'm just faster. Just a faster pisser, what can I say? Hello?
Back!
I was faster, honestly. Man, you got to learn from me the pissing mechanics as well, you can be faster. Which other game do you want to rewatch in here?
Wait.
Z-top, like whoa, who made this thing up? Like I'm facing so many Z-tops as well recently. The Darius, man, like you already have a PTSD from this matchup.
Maybe the Darius game.
You should look at the Darius and okay. think I went like PTA against Darius as well. That just doesn't feel like that it makes sense, honestly. The problem is it just like it's not that bad, but it feels like he just his own sustain and you poke him, but often nothing happens if he goes like secondary, how's it called, resolve. That's how it feels like, honestly. Okay. You remember the Chinese guy, how well he was sidestepping the Darius Q's set, you know?
Yeah.
So there's like a mind game behind that, you know? That's a drill about Darius, you know? You can even like walk inwards to dodge the sweet spot of his Q, you know? Which is again worth, because if he doesn't hit that, he just gets way less value out of it. So what are we doing here? Where are you? Oh, you're here. Okay. Again, you could then set up, you know, a really easy like invade if that's ever possible, or yeah, but trash though, that actually not really into a trash, right?
Minions have spawned.
Okay. So we just leash Evelyn. Okay, that's really good, because it's something you should even tell your Evelyn players, because if you won't have prio, then they might just pat away because they could be invading the Evelyn. Usually you wanna be here by the way earlier, so it's better to get like a 2 Qs off by queuing earlier than getting a shield off, you know. In here you weren't even tanking the basic attack from red, you know. So usually you wanna get like prepare one of your Qs, get those basic attacks off on the red when it spawns, then you can get a second rotation of Q, you know, which is usually better to get a better leash on red than getting a shield and he swings in 1 or 2 auto attacks on you, you know. So that like you should be already here, you know, to give 2 Qs off, you know. Now it kinda sucks walking this way, I wouldn't really, cause it's a Darius now. He doesn't really cheese you, so that should be okay. Oh god. Okay, so in here you can't really do much, so... you shouldn't really hit minions if you can't last it, because that's like, look, he gets like a Q and like the minions, you know, so you kinda have to only hit them if you last it, or you need to Q and like position around his Q, you know. Like sometimes you just need to use, like for example in here, I would disengage a tiny bit and not, I would just Q, so you can last it, you know, without being in his Q range. So because you use your Q, you get like lots of bonus outer range, you know, which means that you can last hit a minion while you're also like outer of his Q range, you know. Now what alternatively you can do to that, you can also press your Q and use your shield against his Q, which again would soak less damage because his Q deals more damage than your shield. But it's still fine, because the good thing is it pierces through your shield and it applies a blood stack on you, and with the help of second wind and D-shield you would heal up more, then he would deal damage to you, so that can be okay if you use your Q. But at full HP you are not really looking to do that. Even in here you don't really wanna push too much the wave. The reason for that is you know, like Darius is gonna beat you at level 2, level 3, so it's not really optimal to shove too hard into him. I don't know why this guy allows you, but it's something he shouldn't. And also sometimes, as I said, you should bluff your basic attacks. Like this guy could bang get so many Qs off on you, you know. So you should aim to more often use your Q just to like outrange his Q, you know. Because that extra, how much, 75 range that you get from it is big. Now I like that you walked inwards on his Q, so that was well played on your part. You got the basic off on him, of course, that was good. That was good. Now in here after like your second basic I would E out, you know, so he doesn't get the healing. It's not even about the damage, it's rather about the healing he gets, you know. So if you're fast enough you could technically E out, because you only need to be a tiny bit out of his Q range, you know. Just because you can't really E aggressively right now, I would just aim to do that, you know. Like look in here you had like a slight gap where you could do that. But then again, you gotta like bounce your mouse real quickly. So you gotta be really fast with your fingers. Or what you could also do, if you're in position, you could like E him out, or you know, so even if he Qs, you could like get the damage on him with your taunt, and then you get out of its reach, you know. So in here you had like a slight space to E out, you know. Because in here you shouldn't even walk into your basic attack range, so you get the third auto attack off on him. It just he walked back, but that's a better trade for you, you know. Now in here you need to be careful because he could cheese, you know. Nah, he's not. Okay. Again, you should basic attack minions time to time just to maintain your grasp, you know. You don't want to shell, but just to have the grasp proc. Like it's like you're not bluffing enough into this Darius, you know. That's the thing. Just like the most like thing they gonna punish last hits, you know. Like in here he was trying to punish that last hit, but he walked away, you know, because he didn't want to get hit by his Q. So some case like it's better to like avoid his Q than to get a minion, you know. I don't like that he W'd, so until Darius' W is on cooldown, you don't want a W, you know. I think it was, but let's see. I think he W'd the minion if I'm correct. No, he didn't. He W'd something, as I heard his W. Yeah, but I guess he just came up. Yeah, it's okay. It just usually there's like a mind game again in here. Like when he basic attacks you, the normal thing usually Darius players would do is just W, but what some of them will do, they will disengage and look for a Q, you know. So like not always, but sometimes you should aim to hold into your W, you know.
Okay.
Because often what they will do, they will basic, then Q out, or you know, or walk out, you know. Because until the shield is on you, you could even like theoretically get hit by his W, you know. That would be fine. But it's like a mind game, you know, when Fiora holds into her W or not. The same thing can apply to Shen, but you'll only get short trades out of that, you know. Because you can observe, like, probably this Darius every time will do the same thing. When you have your W up, he will only go for one basic, then walk out, you know. And just for one basic, it's not really worth the W, you know. Okay, that's good. So he went downwards somehow. So meantime, you could then set up a Q in here, you know. So every time they go away, you can set up a Q, you know. So he cannot last it. Because now it's awkward for him, because if you would set up a Q in here, meantime he warded, it's hard for him to last it, and also you can go for Q trades because there is the safety of the tower, you know. So he didn't place the blade. Mr. Olympus got caught not placing the blade. Because you can last it, you know, in here, so we don't need the Q to last it, you know. I think again you W too early. So this is the pattern, you know. Then often I can find in diamond players, so they play the game the same way, you know, every time. And that's what Darius is abusing, you know. Like he already knows if he goes for one basic, he already reactively W, so he doesn't W or basic attacks you, you know, because he would waste his time. Also, again, like the layering issue of your W, so often you wanna use it after your shield is down, you know, not when it's up, because your shield will expire when your W expires, something like that, you know. Now it sucks because it didn't soak anything, so into some matchups just hold a little more into and observe what they do, you know. To go for an aggressive play. He played like your jungler is around. But he outplayed his Q and if, oh, that's good. Yeah, that was a good side set. But I think if he ghosted, he would be dead there. Just the guy didn't ghost, you know. But I guess he would just flash inside of his ghost, no? But I think he could ban ghost and kill you there. Let's see if I'm wrong. When did you flash exactly? You still have your flash, Oh yeah, now he, oh, no, he actually walked it. Oh, now he, I get it. That was good. It was a bit risky, but it was good. Like, I like to go for this play when you have like ignite, but I think it's fine even now. Now you could just leave the wave. Do you need money for something? You could even like specifically ask the Evelyn to shove, but right now you can last hit 1 or 2 minions, get your Bummies in there, or more ideally, I would actually get boots over that, like Ionia boots directly. If you have enough money, you just last the minion. We have enough money for that, which decreases our TP and ult cooldown, really great. Because just think about it, once you get to hit this Evelyn with the help of your ultimates, it's really hard to stop her, you know. Oh, but she hit it. So yeah, you got stuck a little bit in here, like you need to either recall, get your Bummy or your boots, or what you could then also do, you know, ask Evelyn, like earlier on in here you could then ask Evelyn to shove with you. Darius has no TP, you know, they don't play with TP, you know.
Yeah.
So what you can do in here, you could then legit ask her. Her Q, her abilities are not bad to shove, you know, she has a smite. Like in here we could then legit ask her to shove. The wave is really far, the next wave from the enemy team. It's in the same spot where your wave is, you know. You see? So if we just ask Evelyn to like shove the wave with us, you could probably get it inside. Her Q should be able to shove this in, honestly, no? Looks to be a big wave though, but if she smites the cannon it shouldn't be too hard. Alternatively to that, you could then just leave the whole wave as it is, TP, like get your reset, TP back, ping Evelyn, and that could be like a gank, you know?
Yeah.
Because if we straight up shove, you know, it's really good because like if you shove this with Evelyn, and hypothetically she didn't int right now, what you could then do, you shouldn't even go top lane, you could then walk down to Drake, you know, then TP top. Because the wave will be on his side, he will slowly push back, so we also have TP, you know, in case he hard shoves, so securing this Drake would be really big. What kind of Drake is it? Is it shown somewhere? It's a speed Drake. Speed Drake is great for Evelyn, right? In general it's great for our team. Because Speed Drake actually counters most of these champions, actually. If Udyr cannot catch up because someone has the Speed Drake, then that sucks for him, you know, the same way as if Darius doesn't get to do so. Thresh has to hook, but it's kinda difficult to hit his hook when people have like a out of combat speed, same way it's hard for her to hit her Q for this guy. Like that Drake is actually kinda OP into skill shots, you know, out of combat. Because it's hard to actually like hit abilities, it just gives like, it gives like 20 something speed, I believe. 7.5% speed, you know, the more movement speed you have, the more you're gonna get out of it, of course. So what do we do here? Yeah, I think with the help of Evelyn we would get this inside, yes. Because alone you almost got it in, right? So then you should then like communicate more with your jungle to shove the whole thing in instead of inting in here. Then we rotate to Drake, you know. Then if you get this Drake, it's insane for us, you know. That's like the simple game plan, you know. But I think you should communicate more with your jungle. Should we just escape? You should then wiggle around this area. Not this one. Because you can dash through walls, you know, when he cannot, you know.
Yeah.
So that would be like the only way we possibly wiggle ourselves out. And also, like when you go inside of this area, you kinda like play a hide and seek game, you know. He doesn't exactly know if you went left, you went right, and his ghost is expiring, you know, constantly. So he has to take a decision, you know, while you can also eat through the wall, you know. So that's the place you should play around, no? Oh, his ghost already expired, okay. So did you kill him actually? No, he has every. Oh, he didn't use any skills.
Yeah, he did.
What did that guy do though? Yeah, he didn't use it. I would just basically. This is a TikTok escape, man. Like what? No way, no way, man. This is a Chinese TikTok video.
Oh fuck.
No way, agreed on that. But like, no way we do that, man. Just maybe we're gonna kill Udyr as well, no?
I could have killed him, but I misplayed. Wait for my Q.
Yeah, maybe if you fought in between minions, you know. Fuck, you know if that would help you, but
he can one-shot me.
yeah.
But I had look at my I went in too early.
You didn't parry his E.
Blocked because of Q.
Easy, this is easy.
It was too early.
No, it was up, your W was up, you could then parry that. Look.
But I had no Q.
Your
My
Q was
Q.
up as well. Look.
Where is my Q?
Look,
I
your
got
Q
stunned. I got stunned.
No, no, the thing is you use your W against his stun so he doesn't stun you. His E.
But where was my Q?
Your Q was here, but you could fight him. Could you? No, it's on cooldown, but what I would do, I would wiggle upwards, you know, because he can't walk through minions too easily. And it's more likely you're gonna win against him a duel than if you walk outer, you know, because like there's a big minion block, you know, that's the thing. So if you walk like this, it's harder to catch you. Like you should imagine the minions as a crowd, you know. It's harder than you think to walk through them. Now, Udyr C can bypass units, you know. I think it's written on it. Is it written on the ability? He can move through units, but only for a period of time, you know. Like in here he can do it. I guess in here it wouldn't matter too much because he walks through minions, but like I would walk something like outer a little bit like this instead of this, so we have faster minion cover. Then again, like I think you didn't look, you didn't double. Oh, maybe you didn't have it.
0 point.
Oh man, yeah, it turned back too quickly, man. Yeah, holy. Yeah, he turned back too quickly. Because this guy could been dead, or he could been escape through the minion wave if you E through it, you know. If you W his E, you know. Yeah, you weren't patient enough, Yeah, cause I think this guy could been die, honestly. Like, he's a world where he dies there, you know. He just W in time, What is this? So, again, what do we do here? There's a Darius, we are level 6, so we are pretty much beating this guy. Like, I think he would hold the wave, right, if you don't go top, You what? And you tried to save, but it didn't work. What happened in here? Couldn't save him or something. Yeah, I guess in here you couldn't like ult yet because he would hook, you know. But you could just hook for the purpose of the shield, no? Oh, you ulted too late. Like in here he doesn't have vision on you anymore, Darius, I think. Like in here it's not really about like arriving, it's about saving him, you know, even if he cancels his E, you know. Like in here he should ban ult probably the guy, you know. Caitlyn getting ahead is just too good for them because we don't have hard engage, so it sucks sticky, you know. While also she has shit ton of pills, so that champion is just gonna be too big this game. Oh wait, you ulted, but Renata's W expired? Something happened, I swear. I think Renata's W expired, Now, for the first time you're warding, you're not. Yeah, I think the other problem is like, I think every game you're hoping the enemy jungler doesn't gank you, you know?
Yeah.
Cause like we don't see anything this side, you know, that's the thing. So it's kinda like every fight is dependent on him not being around, and that's great if he's not here, you know? But like this lacks consistency, you know, cause every time you're something like, well, I hope he's not here, you know? Again, even in here. Place the blade! Is the blade placed? It's not placed. So we are dominant again, we are allowed to place the blade, you know? He can't really kill you right now, he has no ghost, no flash, nothing. He can't kill you right now, you know? So, again, like, it's better to pressure him, keep the pressure on if you place the blade. As you are not really using your blade to shove either, you know, so you might just place it, you know, in some direction. That was a good hit, that's what I was looking for. Good. Oh, you queued too early because you lost one empowered auto. But not a big deal though. Again, either like Udyr is coming or the enemy mid, so like in here we should already have the communication with our jungler, you know, to gank us. Like, again, like in here it will be probably Udyr will be around, you know, he is. So we could either like aim to escape. Do you just escape? You can play it out slowly. You E now? Do you E? You were a bit slow. But... Oh, you even missed it,
I missed.
Why did you have Evelyn though? Or... Oh, that's kinda shit.
Double kill.
Yeah, I think in here your patience fall off, you know? Like you should wait until Evelyn already hovers, you know, when she's in position. Because obviously you didn't ward and they pinged you, your teammates I think pinged you that Udyr is here, so... It's like... In here you missed a bit on your E. Like for maximum range these you shouldn't go for because often they just gonna sidestep, you know? Like what they do, they move in and move out, so... Your maximum range taunts will almost never hit, you know? That's what Darius is doing, he's trying to bait it out, you know?
Okay.
They almost never hit, you know? Like look. And even now he's baiting it, look. Actually he's not. In here, I guess he just missed. I guess he just misclicked, yeah. I guess he just misclicked. Okay. I guess it happens. Ooh. Yeah, it sucks a bit, Yeah. Damn! Damn, these junglers. I mean, in this type of scenarios, at least your own lane, you should make her aware that it's really coin flip with what she does, because obviously you don't have prio, so even if Udyr doesn't show up or the other mid laner, Darius could be there, you know. It's like something you got to kind of like ping your junglers to not do shit like that. Because I feel like even this ability kept like coin flipping non-stop.
Blue team double kill.
And here you just shove it in.
Shut down.
So you got a really good ult up. Why do you sit here though? Mr. Olympus was turned off.
The guy was tilted.
Ah.
That was before I took my 2-week ban.
Ah.
I think it was this. Yeah, it was right before the 2-week ban.
What did they call you? Holy. Right, even supports are beating people in Diamond 1. I think I'm just like winner squid or something in Diamond 1 on my EU account. Maybe not always, because shit like this happens to me as well. So what do we do right now? We aim to roam. So without flash I wouldn't really roam. Unless you have maybe a Lissandra mid or a Malzahar. But it's like, or they are really fucking deep, but it's not like you can do anything. Like, the thing is, the question is what happens when you show up? Let's say this is not warded. But if you show up, what happens? She walks away because this guy has no hard engage, you know? He has a W, but it's not in range and it needs to proc, you know? So then we might just not like walk down, you know? You just gotta like recognize when you can gank people and when you can't, you know? Because I think we walk down for nothing, you know? You see? You kinda have to like visualize this type of things, you know? Like we walk down what...
That was
I don't know about this one, man. But it was kind of a mind game because you eat forward, and if she had flash, maybe she would flash it because she thinks you would flash, but I guess she didn't flash. She knew that you're just bluffing, I guess. I guess she knew that you don't have flash, I don't know. But I think you started out really well in the early game, then suddenly everyone in, so you're inting as well.
Yeah.
Blue team double kill.
Like, these games are not completely doomed, you know, as long as you don't int as well. I think if you do it as well, then it's more likely. So what do we do here? We bulk bot lane as well, and what do we do on bot lane? We through the wall, now we don't have our engage, and well, it's warded, and they just get the tower and walk out anyways, okay. USE. Ah. Do we just do we get
Shut down.
Nah, this game was... The game was over in my head.
I mean, it looks really bad.
Yeah, I started trolling.
It looks really bad, honestly. It looks really bad, and from this point it's gonna be worse. Yeah. It's a bit trash this game as well. So well, do you guys come back at some point, or is there like any...
Nah, it was full. I don't know. Nah, I went trolling, I think, but...
Because I think in there he kept like trolling something. We want to get like Drake, we taunt her. Oh wait, we die again, what the hell, man? Man, this is not the Chinese TikTok where somehow you just kill all 4 of them, you know? I think even in here, like, pretty much the game's over, you know? I think we got like most of the things, because at this point on it looks like even just trolling. Yeah, you couldn't really like withstand the pressure of this game. Then you kinda like lost it. Yeah, so that's about it. I think one of your main issues is you keep your strat really simple. You go pretty much Radiant every game with the other item, of course. This one, the healing one, Redemption, then you always go Grasp every game, which again sucks dick in some of them. Oh, this is my match history. So then again, like I think you got to like switch a little bit on your strategies and how you play macro-wise around the lane. Then what I mechanically saw, it's mostly like you don't bluff enough your last hits, or either you don't use your Q to have like more distance from like a certain poking ability. Like sometimes you won't use your Q just to get the shield. You're gonna use the Q so you get more distance on your basic attack so you don't get hit by an ability. Then again, sometimes you go for some type of high risk, low reward plays. What else? Sometimes you ignore objectives like Drake and Herald, you don't ward at all, like you're the in Diamond 1, you know, but you walk to the lane and that's about it, you know, like it's like, you know those old Tashinshin videos where he all the time complained about junglers. Then there was like even on his stream there was a thing that if someone mentions control words he gets perma-banned, you know. So that was his stream about, you know. So I think like one important thing you have to do since you're in Diamond 1, you cannot just like walk every time in lane, go really fucking deep in lane and hope you won't get ganked at all. Because like people will observe it, you know, like once a jungler notices you never ward, you always overstep, they're gonna camp you and they're gonna fucking ruin your day, you know. Like it's something you should watch out for more often, because just too often it happens that you just do the same thing, you know. You autopilot into the same thing over and over. Because the same thing happens to your runes and your builds, you know, like there needs to be a thought, you know, like when do you get certain items and when you don't. And you just buy them, you know, as regularly every game, you know. Or you get those runes, like it's almost like the same matchup, you know. Like you face the Jayce, it's almost the same thing for you as a Norn or something, and it doesn't work on that logic. Certain rules just allow you to win a game or not, you know. Some of them can be like game winning, or even if they don't completely win you a game, it just like changes the flow of the game. Now what else was there? Like I would just tell you to get hard seal, honestly. if you feel like you can carry with Shen, because that was my drill. That's how I reach Challenger, you know. Like I think almost every game I went Heartsteel. I think one game I went Radiant, but I didn't really get it too much. I felt like it was more carry to get the other one, like Radiant. I mean Heartsteel. I think the only time like you're gonna go like Radiant if maybe you have a Kog'Maw or Jinx and you need to keep them alive in some way. So they sort of kill the enemy champions, you know. Like if there is something that you need to keep alive until they just like win a team fight, then it can be good, you know, in some case. But it's really an item you gotta know when to build, you know. So you might just go like Heartsteel or Jackshaw, you know. Because like Jackshaw, for example, can't really ever go too wrong, you know.
So Jackshaw against Burst.
Yeah, against Burst, I mean, it's generally okay as a tank item. It's mainly against Burst or against DPS oriented champs, it's okay against them as well. It's like a highly defensive item. Often you will get it as well if your teammates are turbo-inting, because then you won't have enough defensive power from your Radiant or from your Heartsteel, you know. Oh, what the hell is this, Mr. Olympus? This is literally you. I think my brow fell off. So, again, there's like the other thing, like, I asked this Clary that if she wants to do some type of promotion with you, and she said she agreed with that, so I clipped this whole thing and you could clip something out of it. Either if you want to do your own TikTok content or to do a promotion for her. You can even now talk to her if she wants to engage into a paid promotion right now with you, and see what you get out of it, you know. From the other hand, I will probably like post this video on YouTube, but maybe some of it I will post on TikTok, so I will have some type of TikTok content as well, which you can rewatch later if you can't remember everything I told you. But I think like the main issue is you don't really give enough thought to the game, and you can't just play it. Like there's just too much autopiloting every game. That's how I see it, you know. Like the more and more you rank up, the more and more you need to sort of improve on yourself, you know. It feels like you got like stagnated somehow, you know. Like you still managed to rank up because of some good qualities you had, but it doesn't feel like you're learning enough about your champion, you know. You don't learn at the same pace, you know. Like probably you learn some things, you know, not nothing completely, but I think the main issue is you just don't give enough thought to the game. It's like using the same strategy every game, it just won't work out, you know. You gotta like employ more of them. Because that's what like many Diamond players do, like it's not only you, I mean there are literally like players that like do every game the same thing, but like for example if it would be Silver, I wouldn't be too fixated on builds. It doesn't matter too much if I go Eclipse or Goldwinker every game on Aatrox, but for example when you reach the mark of Diamond 1 Master, it's kinda like every edge matters, even getting your builds correctly or your runes. It's something that where like you gotta get like every edge in the game, you know. That's where it kinda like starts it out, you know. Because you gotta win from like strategy as well, not only mechanics. You can even ask Clary right now if she wants to do some collab or paid promotion. Something, but I think you can text her as well.
I can text her.
Yeah, you can text her as well.
Play some games now. Apply the learned techniques. Wait, but before that, like...
Oh yeah, what do you wanna say? What do you wanna say?
Am I muted? No.
No, I hear you now. Now I don't hear you again. Huh?
Test.
Now I hear you. Maybe you're on push to talk and you don't know, or... Cause like I heard that you said test, but that's all.
And now?
Now I can hear you, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get some food. Going outside to get some kebab.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna play some games.
I'll probably be here in this chat as well. You can come back in here if you feel like. Some people stream their games sometimes. Sometimes I'm watching them. I'm just gonna sit around as well. Up to you if you wanna stay later on or not. I will be here. From the other hand, I sent you some links where you can just leave a review as well, or perhaps a feedback in this Discord as well. They just kinda like help because that's what I get money out of, you know, just feedbacks. On those sites. I think I already sent you the links, but I think you already left like I think you already did the reviews, right? I think
On Trust.
Oh, what?